welcome to your reading on Can You Trust This Person? This reading isn't necessarily intended for only romantic partners, but it's definitely can be used for romantic partners, also family connections, friendship connections, maybe like coworkers. It doesn't matter. We're just going to be looking at can you trust this person and getting the overall energy of this relationship and some advice from spirit as well. So we have 3 piles to choose from today. We have pile 1, represented by the Halloween Tarot. Love that little bulldog. We have pile 2 here, represented by the moon in the Rider-Waite deck. And we have pile 3 with the moon in the Thoth deck. So these are your 3 piles. I'm going to leave the timestamps down below. Just click on whichever one. We got pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Take as long as you need to. Go ahead and pause the video, and I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this moon card here from the Halloween Tarot, this is your reading. So we're going to see, can you trust this person you're asking about, or should you be careful around them? I pre-shuffled some oracle, and then we'll get some advice from the tarot. At the end, we have Think coming out. We have Sagittarius Expand. We have 10th House of Authority. Move these up a little bit. And we have a Conjunction and Alliance. So I would say with this person, you're feeling a bit of a challenge, and that's probably why you're watching a video like this. You're not sure if it's like a healthy challenge dynamic or if it's a dynamic that you need to be concerned about in the future, like if this is something that's going to turn toxic, because sometimes it's easy for us to get confused between whether or not, if something's like challenging us spiritually. I just saw 55 also, which 5 is the number for change. It's easy for us to get confused sometimes when something is challenging us to expand ourselves in a way, if it's a healthy expansion or if it's an expansion that that brings out like some toxicity within us. But the energy that I get from this person, what I'm seeing here in the cards, is that this person is likely someone who is older than you, and if they're not older than you, they're in some sort of position of power over you. They might literally be your boss or work within the same field as you do, and they're like more prominent in that field, but it doesn't have to be like that either. But they're definitely in some sort of position of authority to you, whether this might be just an energy or literally speaking, because I feel like there's a lot of healthy discussion in this relationship dynamic too. And this certainly doesn't have to be about specifically romantic relationships, but there's a lot of things to be learned from this connection in general, because we have the Think card here, and I feel like you and this person challenge each other intellectually in a way, and you feel very challenged by them intellectually, and that might be why you're on YouTube looking for videos like this, like can you trust them? Because they might make you feel, not by their intention, but they might be bringing stuff up for you right now of you feeling like inferior to them. You feel like maybe you're not like as smart as them, or maybe you moved past that and you're feeling really excited about this person bringing out different traits within you that you didn't know were there before. Maybe you're excited to learn from each other, because there is such a push from spirit here with the expansion and the Sagittarius coming out to kind of just go at it with this person, run with them, see where this friendship or this relationship takes you. Because I just get a really good vibe from this pile, in all honesty. I don't feel like there's any hints of like toxicity here. I feel like you can most definitely trust this person, and they seem to be rooting for you as well. They seem to be rooting for this relationship, whatever exact aspect it might be. They seem to be rooting for this relationship to work out and continue on the path that it's been on, because they have a lot of fun with you, and they feel really like in sync with you in a way. They feel like you challenge each other in a lot of healthy ways and bring out the best in each other. And I feel like you and this person have really intellectual conversations together on topics that might interest you. If not that, or maybe in addition to that, with this Think card coming out too, I think about like you having to like take a step back and think. You having to like think about, is this a healthy challenge, or is this something that's going to bring out something toxic within me? Is this triggering maybe an insecurity within me? Are they doing it on purpose? Are they not? I would say if that's coming up for you, they're not doing this on purpose. But it's important to note that this person might be in your life too. Partially, one of the reasons might be for you to integrate some shadow work into your life, for you to maybe realize the ways that you've been limiting yourself because of your own unhealed wounds. And I feel like this person is a very healthy space for you to do that with, because their energy just overall seems supportive and they want to continue to grow with you. So let's get the other oracle cards. We have these here. We have crystals and herbs. We have protection, and we have candle magic. So with the crystals and herbs, it says, oh, what medicine, what sacredness to behold, a dash of healing straight from mother's home. So what I said too about like the healing energy within this relationship and bringing up those old wounds. Maybe it's a double-sided thing. Maybe they're also like bringing up some old wounds, and it's kind of a challenge maybe for them to see what triggers you bring out within them. But I'm kind of getting the vibe that it's more on your side. Like this person challenges you in a way of where you kind of have to become introspective and be like, why is this coming up for me? But it's a safe place to do so. Spirit's giving you the green light here with this crystals and herbs and the healing straight from mother's home. That's like such a beautiful and healing energy. I feel like this person also that you're involved with, regardless of if they're a man or a woman, is really in tune with their divine feminine energy. So they're able to be like more emotionally expressive to you than if they were closed off to that energy, because that's just the sense I get from that mother's home energy there. And maybe you in the past have had more of like an avoidant attachment style, and you haven't been able to show up for people maybe in the way that you want, and you just kind of close people off when you kind of like when your wounds get triggered. But I feel like there's a big push from Spirit here to collaborate with this person in order to like work past that, because this other person is showing up for you in a way and giving you the space where you're able to do that more. They're holding space for you to be able to share that kind of stuff with them and work towards becoming comfortable with them in that way. And then with this candle magic here, we have, speak your breath into its velvet, recite along its spine all that you desire, all that which will unravel. So I think it's just a matter here of becoming clear of what exactly you want out of this relationship again, whether it's romantic or a friendship or maybe even like a business partnership, but I'm assuming like it's a personal relationship, okay? So whatever you want out of this like personal relationship, just getting clear with yourself about what it is that you actually want and what makes you feel seen by this person. Make a list. What makes you feel seen by this person? And then make another list. What makes you feel triggered by this person? And then I want you to like sit with that either in meditation or just, I just saw 1:11 on the clock too, or just maybe in like a mindfulness state and think about why you have those particular triggers. Like where can you trace them back to when they were first created? Because I feel like with that, you're going to be able to move past these limiting beliefs you have surrounding this relationship, if you have any. I feel I should read this one from the book actually, just to get a better picture of what's going on here. I like to do that sometimes because I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, it's all about intentions. It's about prayer. So when you're holding candle magic, know that your intentions and prayers have been received by the powers that be. They know you are in need of support and are working hard behind the scenes to bring your prayers to life. You do not need to worry, as your intentions will manifest when the time is right. So keep doing what you've been doing. Keep examining those wounds that are coming up. Just being present with yourself, being patient with yourself. This relationship is definitely guiding you in the right direction. And it's allowing for not only other support to come in from other people, it's allowing you to feel more supported by yourself. We have protection here. I love this card, it's so cute. This is my house, stained by the very blood flowing through its walls, covered in a veil of delicious prayers, yet deadly to those who dare lift its hidden. So protection talks all about literally protection and about there may be negative people in your life. Actually, you know what I'm really getting from this card now that I'm like sitting with it more? There might be people in your life that are questioning this connection and are like Yeah, I feel like for some of you, this person is definitely, how I said earlier that this is somebody who's older. I feel like this is definitely, like for this specific thing, a romantic relationship with someone who's older, and you're getting people who are questioning it from the outside and are like, do you really want to be with this person? Do you really want to be with them? That's so weird. Like just giving you like a whole bunch of feedback that you did not ask for. And that's just the first thing I see when I think of this card, like about unwanted opinions from the outside regarding like this relationship. But Spirit wants you to know, like with this card coming out here too, like this relationship is divinely protected. It's something that is meant to happen for you, and it's a person who's meant to be in your life in some capacity, in whatever way that might be. And so it really doesn't matter like the outside opinions of other people, because honestly they might just, I know we always like to say like, oh, like they just don't get it, and that's true, they just don't get it. Like it might not even be that they're like jealous of you, but they just don't get it. They just don't understand because they're not in that relationship with you. So I'm gonna tell you to disregard those people's opinions, because it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's between you and this person and the divine, and this connection is definitely being protected by the divine at this time. And I feel like this person is also very protective towards you and your energy, which is a good thing in a partner. You want somebody to be protective towards your energy. If you have drawn protection, know that all is well and you are safe. Your spiritual support team will protect you from harm. You are protected from hexes, evil eyes, dangerous psychic attacks, and you are even protected from the dangers of your earth-based ego. That's funny, again, how we have that like ego coming up with the triggers we were talking about. When you're feeling unsafe, speak to the powers that be. Ask them to guide you where you do not have eyes and to keep you safe when you're in harm's way. They're always walking with you and are ready to provide you with additional support whenever you feel the need to ask. So I have a few more oracles before we get to the tarot for some advice. We have the path of least resistance, choose ease and grace, and we have sacred sexuality, accessing the unified field. So I feel like when I pulled these two, I was thinking about, I feel like you're someone, especially if you have that avoidant attachment style, maybe in other relationships that you've been in before, they haven't been so loving like this. They haven't been so expansive. They haven't been so much supportive for, I don't want to say like positive soul growth, but they haven't been so much supported by your vibrational state now. Like this connection or this friendship is a much better suited vibrational friendship or relationship for you now than other ones have been in the past. So it might be a little bit weird for you that it's going so well, that it's not as hard as your other relationships have been in the past, and that might be why you're like starting to question, like, can I trust this person? Like, is this where I'm supposed to be? But this is a confirmation from Spirit that it's time for you to heal through love and choose ease and grace and unconditional love instead of learning lessons through pain and hardship. You're now allowed to, you now unlocked a path of lessons with ease and grace and sharing a beautiful connection with another human being. And then we have sacred sexuality too, with the accessing the unified field. So this is all about the encouragement. And if we dissect it even more than just like physical sex, if we're talking about like sacred sexuality, I feel like you're reclaiming a lot of your power around your sexuality and your sensuality in general. I think that you might have had, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say trigger warning right here. I'll put a reminder on the screen too. You might have had negative sexual experiences in the past, like being, that word I can't say, or just issues with sex in general and your body image, with people perceiving you in sex, using you for sex, whatever it may be. And I feel like you're really learning how to heal this at this time through the path of least resistance, through ease and love and grace. And this person is helping you reclaim that in a way that you didn't think that you would be able to before. So let's get some advice from the tarot. I love this tarot deck so much. Shuffle it one more time. Okay. Spirit, what does pile 1 need to know about this connection? Okay. We We have the Queen of Swords coming out. What does pile one do? Okay, lots of messages. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Let's get one more. What's pile one do? What's connection? Wow. Things are just like flying out. This is like super supportive for you for sure. The messages are just really like flying out. So we have the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So when we see the Queen of Swords, we kind of think sometimes of just like, I don't want to say, I think a lot of people always perceive her as like cold-heartedness or like standoffish, but I don't think it's always that. There's also this energy of like being stoic in your emotions, and look at the moon smiling down on you too, so cute. So I want you to take that as like your spirit guide smiling down on you right now, the divine smiling down on you right now, as you start to like, you know, this is really interesting with this card here too, with her reaching out to touch this bat like so gently how she is in this card here. That's you kind of just inspecting this connection here, and it's spirit looking down on you like, she's gonna do it, she's gonna do it. And I just feel like since you've been so closed off in the past that it's sometimes hard for you to believe that something is so good. So you're taking it slowly, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because I think that you are putting effort in and you're working to become more in tune with those emotions. And if we literally look at these here too, like with the Knight of Swords, as let's say this is your person in this case, literally, quite literally like coming towards you. This person is equally as interested in you as you are in them. And they may have also had negative relationship experiences in the past that have had to cause them to look inwards and become comfortable with that feminine energy we talked about earlier, and like also the masculine energy of like holding space. And now that they've met you, they feel like this is going to be really good for them and you as well. It's like a mutually beneficial connection. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles here, which is literally a prize. Love it. And we have the Ace of Wands here too. So I feel like, yeah, this reminds me too of that protection card we were talking about earlier. I feel like the resistance that you're getting around with these like insecurities maybe coming up, or like just any triggers that you have arising, might feel like spirit is literally like clipping your wings, or like something is like holding you back. And I want to tell you, like, the only thing that's holding you back is those things. Like, there is nothing I can pick up on here like spiritually holding you back. It's definitely just like some triggers coming up, and that's just going to be, so what's going to happen here is going to be a matter of you embracing those changes that are coming out of you, embracing those triggers and trying to reclaim them for what they are. And I'm not saying you have to be a whole and complete person, like completely healed. Nobody's ever completely healed before you begin this relationship, but I'm definitely getting the vibes of like things will move along faster and just be better off in general for both parties if you take like genuine looks at yourself and see like what is coming up, like what do I need to do about it, and kind of like work through some of those things that are coming up. Because other than that, like I have nothing negative to say about this connection here for sure. This person you definitely can trust, and I hope that this provided you with some sort of comfort in moving forward within this relationship or friendship. But for most of you, I definitely get the vibe this is more of a romantic partner. So I hope this resonated for you and helped you. Let me know if it did. Definitely leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in this sort of content. I'm trying to post more frequently, and I've been really enjoying YouTube recently. So if you like my vibe, then definitely stay and subscribe. I will see you soon. Have a beautiful and blessed week. Pile 2, if you chose the Rider-Waite Tarot Moon card, this is your reading. I'm so glad you're here. We're gonna see, can you trust this person that's on your mind? So we have Pisces. We have Pluto Rebirth. We have the 8th house mystery. And the 2nd house of resources. Pile 2. I pride myself as a tarot reader and just as a spiritual practitioner in general on being as honest and straightforward as I can with people. I don't like to beat around the bush necessarily and just tell you what you want to hear. So I'm going to be straight up with you and say, when I was pulling these first oracle here, I don't like this person that you're asking about, and you're free to do whatever you want. But if you are here for the honest to God truth, I'm here to tell you it. I feel like this person is very manipulative towards you, and I feel like this person, a lot of your relationship with this person is based on sexual encounters, and I feel like there also might be some sort of like a power dynamic here, not like where they're literally in a position of authority above you, but I feel like they hold some sort of power over you, like emotionally, and you might feel hard. It might feel hard saying no to this person. It might feel hard keeping your boundaries strong with this person, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. It's okay. I think a lot of people go through relationships like that, but boundaries in a relationship should make it stronger and not make it feel like you're losing access to this person, because when we see stuff like that, we're starting to get into territory where like that person is being manipulative towards you and your energy. I feel like this person might also, with this second house of resources, I feel like this person might literally ask you for money, or money specifically is something that's coming through, or just to use your car, like for you to pick them up, stuff like that. I feel like this person, there's a big energy around lots of sexual encounters with this person, and some sort of like power play here with like money, like them needing to ask you for money or to use your car, or maybe they have to stay at your house sometimes. But with this Pisces here and this Pluto too, with this rebirth, this connection was still meant to happen for you, in the sense of it's going to encourage you to realize your worth, because once you identify that this situation is not serving you, you can realize you deserve so much more than this kind of energy, and you need to go somewhere where your energy is being reciprocated fairly, and not spending time with somebody who wouldn't show up for you in the way that you would show up for them, because I feel like this person definitely takes advantage of the fact that you have such a soft spot for them. And with the Pisces here too, with this sensitized, I would be willing to bet that you have Pisces placements, or like somewhere in your chart in prominent placements, or just like water signs in general, because I feel like they are really taking advantage of the fact that you are such a loving and caring person, and you don't want to believe, I just saw 333 on the clock, if that's a number of significance for you, because you don't want to believe that this person is just using you. You want to believe that they mean the shit that they say, and they don't. I'm sorry, they really don't. And you deserve so much more than that. It's not your fault. It's not their fault, and they're lucky that they have someone like you in their life who was going to show up for them like that, because I just really feel like they don't appreciate or reciprocate your energy in the way that they claim to, and the way that you give them energy as well. So we also have coming out, we have the Banshee. It says, heed my warning, dear child, for what I hold is far from unsung lullaby. Swallow a nail and you can expect to be bleeding from within. So this is pretty much like the devil of this oracle deck. Then we also have ritual. Can you feel them, wild creatures linked by the very blood you will spill into your craft? A ritual of dedication to sell, and those whose gaze hold fire, but those whispers carry you softly through the unknown. And then we have witch coming out here. It says, grab hold, allow the dwelling fire within your belly to awaken all that is. Mere glimpse, a delicate pull at the very roots, living in the alchemy of self. So there's definitely, how we were talking about that Pluto transformation energy, there's definitely a call here from spirit. You might literally be a witch who is interested in practicing witchcraft, or you might be being called in that direction on your spiritual path, or we can take this as more of like an archetypal energy of power. This is all about reclaiming your power. That's really what spirit wants you to be doing here. That's the biggest takeaway from this situation, is realizing you can go from a situation where you feel powerless, like in this situation with this person, where you might feel powerless. You don't have to feel like that. You are a powerful divine being, just like all of us are, and you're able to flip call the energy back towards yourself. What I would recommend that you do, pile 2, is do a cord cutting ceremony. It's really easy. It's honestly a really good just beginner spell or ritual in general. You take 2 candles and you tie them together with like a piece of twine or a piece of string, And then you're going to make sure you do this in a fire safe environment, or make sure you're nearby just in case anything happens. And you're going to take the 2 candles and tie them together and light both of the candles and set them in like a fireproof container and let them burn down. Watch as they burn down to like really focus your energy on, it shouldn't really take that long, but focus your energy on releasing this person. It might be painful. It might hurt to like let this person go. You might cry a little bit, and that's totally fine too. Just purge all of the emotions in that way, because then you're severing the energetic ties of this relationship. And then as a happy part, even though that part might be painful, as a treat and as a little reward, you will feel so much better. Can't express to you enough how much better you will feel. You will feel like all of the energy that has been drained from you from however long this relationship has gone on, or friendship, or I also get the sense that this might be like a familiar relationship for some of you. This one could be all over the place, no matter what it is. Sense that this like dynamic between you and another person has been going on, you'll feel all that energy come back to you, because we have what I call and what I've heard other people call energetic currency. We have this energetic currency, right? And we get to decide how we spend it. And like, are we going to spend it on ourselves, or are we going to spend it putting it into this person who doesn't want to change, who doesn't want to show up for themselves even? So how would they be able to show up for you? Because with this Banshee here, I'm going to read what this one exactly says in the deck. This Banshee talks about just bad omens. It's about wrath. Let's see. And reading a Banshee's cry also means death, but this death is not physical, it's a symbolic one. So again, with Pluto representing death and rebirth, we have Banshee coming out again too to represent the rebirth. So this ending is long overdue, and the powers that be can no longer wait for you to let it go. The choice to end your situation may no longer be your choice. You've rejected change, but you can't avoid it. You're holding on to something that no longer benefits you. Perhaps a job you hate, a relationship that drains you, a place where you do not feel safe. Know that it is now time to let it go, because this might have already happened to you, or this is your heads up that this is going to be happening to you very soon. And that might scare you, and that's okay. Because it's okay to be scared, and it's okay for these things to come up, because that's part of the human experience. But just know, the universe doesn't make mistakes. It doesn't. This is happening for a reason, and this person is just no longer serving you. I just get like the most icky, like energy, vampire energy from them, and you're so much more than that. You deserve to just be in your power. And with this situation falling away by force from the universe, a little tower moment, or you choosing to walk away, you're reclaiming your power. And it's not going to be immediately easy, but you will feel, do that cord cutting ceremony I recommended. Maybe I'll make a video on it in more detail, but it's pretty simple, and it will make you feel so much better. It's just such a release of emotions, and you're literally severing the energetic ties between you and this person. It's amazing. I feel for you though. I know it's not easy. We also have false twin flame, intense change, and we have heal abandonment, time to forgive. So with a false twin flame coming out too, I really don't, I don't love the concept of talking about like twin flames in a lot of my videos. So I usually just go past them, because I feel like a lot of people in the spiritual community kind of misrepresent exactly what that is. And I think that people have the tendency to be in a similar situation to you, Pile, too, where you confuse spiritual connections, essentially. Like, you confuse what is a karmic relationship, and that's definitely the vibes I get from you and this person, that this was a karmic relationship, with that of like a twin flame relationship. And I just don't like to delve into that too much, because I feel like there's too much focus on that within certain circles of the spiritual community. To each their own, of course, but your life purpose is never anybody else. Your life purpose is you, and whoever else is along for that journey, whatever partnerships you might take, whether they be soul contracts or just little flings, that's totally okay. But I just feel, and maybe that you're someone who's been fairly active in those communities, and that's why that message is coming out so strongly for me right now. But this was definitely a karmic relationship for you. And I'm gonna take a drink of water really quick. This was definitely a karmic relationship with you, and I can tell you exactly what that is. And there's tons of videos on YouTube, but I'll simplify it for you right here. A karmic relationship is a relationship that is intense and passionate, and that's why it's often confused for what people call a twin flame relationship. But a karmic relationship starts passionate and intense, and there is a bond created and a connection created around a shared wound or a shared trauma. And so you'll go around the karmic loop with this person however many times, and the relationship will get rocky, and this person brings up a lot of triggers in you, and vice versa. And I think that's where people get them confused, and they stay in these karmic situationships because of that. But to know that it is a karmic relationship and not another spiritual relationship is that when one person in this connection, or both of them, heal the original trauma that connected them together, trauma is trauma, the connection's no longer there. It's gone. It falls away because you learned the lesson. And that's okay. I mean, I encourage you to, like, I am not going to tell you to forgive this person right now, especially if you're still in this situation. In the future, though, like, once you've moved on from this and you're able to kind of reclaim your power and, like, look back on it in a year, 2 years, however long, forgive them in the sense of you both were contracted to do this, to teach each other these lessons, and maybe they weren't so great. Maybe you had some really bad times. Maybe you had a few good times, but releasing that with grace is probably the best thing that you can do. And healing these abandonment issues that it seems to be that are coming up for you right now would be the best place to start there. So instead of forgiving this person, I know a lot of people would encourage that, but I would say instead of just forgiving this person right off the bat, forgive yourself instead. Forgive yourself for staying in a situation that you knew at points was not serving you, was not worth it. Forgive yourself for staying in a place where your energy was not reciprocated. And that is the key, in my opinion, to healing from this situation. Taking back your own power and knowing that it is what it is. The relationship was what it was. Maybe it wasn't so great. Maybe it was so great at points. But it's over now, and you've learned the lessons you need to learn, and you're going to continue to integrate those lessons, and that's all that matters. So we're going to get some advice from the tarot, and then we will leave it there. So these are really hard to shuffle because they're water damaged, because I had them in my backpack, so they're like all bent. I'm getting a lot of like anxiety vibes from you, pile two, and I'm very sorry if my delivery in the messages was not as soft as it could have been. I just want you to be able to be the best person that you can be for you, and feel good about that. So let's see. Spirit, what does pile two need to know? Okay. We have, ooh, yes, we have the Empress coming out. Beautiful. Yay. That's so great. Oh my gosh. We also have the Hierophant coming out here. Those two came out together. This one like flipped away from it. Awesome. Love it. So yeah, you're definitely at like a very significant stage in your spiritual journey here with the Hierophant coming out with the Empress. This is just all about getting to the point of spirituality here, where you recognize like what this is, and that is time to walk away, whether by, again, force or choice, and finding this Empress that's always been inside you throughout that process, like getting in tune with her and knowing yourself in such a way that you might have been disconnected to before, becoming who you were before this relationship began, and mixing that with who you are now that this relationship is over. Getting back to old hobbies you enjoyed, a lot of inner child healing, a lot of just balance between like feminine and masculine energies I'm getting from you. That's what's waiting for you on the other side of this, essentially. Spirit, what else do we have for pile two? It's gonna be so worth it. If you're going through it now, or if you're about to like make that choice. It's going to be so worth it. You can have anything you want, pile 2. You don't need this person. You don't need them. We have the 8 of Pentacles here. He's working hard. Very nice. I heard working hard at your dreams. So I feel like as a shift from this, you're going to start to put a lot more energy into things that you've been trying to call in your life maybe for a while now, either career-wise or like family-wise or whatever it may be, but like a big focus on working towards your goals in whatever area that is. And just feeling really, that's where that balance of like the feminine energy here too combines with the masculine, like working hard to achieve your goals. Because I feel like you're taking very inspired action, which is very, very beautiful, like duality of the two energies action. And so that's really beautiful. So I see this is what's waiting for you on the other side. We have this Empress energy. We have this Hierophant, super connected with spirit, a spiritual leader. We have, and whether that be literally a spiritual leader in your own life and your own journey, you inspire people just by being you. I feel like you have friends that you inspire just by being you, because they see you show up in this spiritual divine energy, and they see you working hard on your dreams, and it makes them think, oh, maybe I can do that too, because we all have the power to be inspirational people, whether that be like on a big scale or just in our own circle. Okay, also have, ooh, very nice. We have Justice. So I also want you to know that Spirit wants you to know that there will be justice for your situation. There will be justice. It doesn't matter. I know when somebody hurts us, it's really easy to be like, oh, like, I can't wait for karma to get them, stuff like that. Spirit wants you to know karma will come. Especially right now, this is during Saturn retrograde. And Saturn is the Lord of Karma, and he's going backwards in the sky. So for a lot of people, they're seeing like if they've been doing a lot of like, they've been putting a lot of positivity out to the universe, they're getting very positive karma rewards back. And if they've been putting a lot of negative energy out to the universe, then they're getting a lot of that back, because with Saturn like retrograding in the sky, it's literally karma coming back around. So do not worry, justice will be served here. And also a message for you I'm getting is that the karma here and the justice here is that you get to live a bomb-ass life, and you get to be yourself and do what you want and be in this beautiful energy, and this person doesn't get that from you. And that's the biggest win here. It doesn't matter that karma's coming for them, because yeah, it is, but who cares? You won't even care. I get the sense that like when karma does come for this person, you won't even be bothered anymore, because you're living your own life. You're so uninterested in this person in their life at that point that it just doesn't even matter. So I hope this reading was helpful for you, pile 2. I know it was like some heavy messages. I tried to make it as light as I possibly could and give you some advice. So let me know if I helped you. Leave me a comment. And if you like my vibe, please subscribe. I've been trying to post more consistently recently because I've been really getting into YouTube and I enjoy making these kinds of videos. Either way, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week, and I will see you later. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this card here for your moon, this is your reading on if you can trust this person or not. So we have some oracle first. I pre-shuffled, and then we'll get some messages from the tarot and advice for you on this connection, whether it be romantic, a friendship, or like a family connection. Doesn't matter. All connections welcome. So we have ascendant, the entrance. We have, oh man, a moon coli root. We have, I've only ever read it in astrology as the IC. So we have the IC root. We have Ceres, nature, or nurture. And then we have Jupiter, abundance here. So right off the bat, I'm getting that you can trust this person. And I was too when I was shuffling your oracle. I just saw 44. That's the number of significance for you. I feel like this person is very welcoming to you, especially with this ascendant energy coming through of an entrance. And they're really good for like root chakra healing as well, and they make you feel, let me get the book actually. They make you feel very safe and grounded with them, and they nurture you in a way that maybe other people haven't in the past. And there's just a lot of like abundance and okay, when I say fertility, I don't mean it in the sense of like a baby. necessarily. I mean like fertility in the way of like, it's very like the soil is fertile, you know, like it's very prosperous. It's a very prosperous relationship that you and this person share together. I'm thinking of like, when I look at this card, I think of the cornucopia, like just cornucopia imagery of I think of the Hunger Games, but obviously not in that way though. But just this beautiful connection shared between you and this other person, where you just keep finding like new layers to uncover, and it's very like all encompassing in a very warming, comforting way. I'm gonna read this IC card though, because I feel like I should. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we're talking all about like, this is a good exercise for you too. It points to memories and experiences that first fed your roots, your early home life, your family traditions, and your biological and emotional heritage. When I see stuff like this, I always like to bring up to people to identify like patterns in their family that are prominent like throughout the generations. Like maybe your dad cheated on your mom, and then your grandma, her husband, like your grandpa cheated on her as well, and then maybe it goes a generation further back. So in that specific example, you would be trying to like break the cycle of having an unfaithful partner and healing the wounds inside of yourself so that you don't continue the cycle to the next generation. I don't mean, actually the cheating example was like such a harsh example. I don't mean like, and maybe that is something that is prominent in your family, and I don't mean about this person, definitely not. Maybe that's happened to you like in the past, but I don't get the sense from that person that this person is like that at all. And I think that's why it's like such a like root heavy energy, like just the root chakra heavy energy with this person in this connection, because you've kind of broken through those previous generational curses of things that have been like spun around the wheel so many times in your family, that you're literally reaping the rewards from it, from the universe with this Jupiter abundance and like the cornucopia. This person is just so loving towards you, and you feel very supported by them. And I get the same energy from them as well. It's really, I'm getting very much so like Cancer energy from this pile. It's a really nice energy to just kind of sit here. It's different than the other two piles for sure. I just feel like all warm and fuzzy and tingly inside, and I feel like that's how this person makes you feel as well. So back to the root card specific, because I feel like there's something here I need to uncover. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. Think about what makes you feel at home and secure, what creates sanctuary from you. Investigate the foundations and become conscious of the traditions and assumptions that underlie this situation. So what are the things that make you feel safe and secure that this person does in particular? And when I say like investigate them, I don't mean like overthink the hell out of them and get paranoid about like why these things make you feel safe with this person, because I don't think that you need to do anything like that, but more so you can identify how you like to be loved, like the things that this person does that make you feel really loved and accepted and just cared for by them. Like what are the small little things? Maybe they give you forehead kisses, or like I'm totally getting like babying energy here. Like I feel like this person really like babies you, and not in like an annoying way, but like in a way of where you can let your guard down with them and just feel really cared for. Definitely, like I said, heavy Cancer energy here. Whether this person is a man or a woman, I'm getting heavy like it's interesting because I was gonna say feminine energy, and it's definitely like a feminine, like emotional, intuitive energy, but it's also very much so like I'll take care of it. So like the masculine energy as well. But I feel like this person is very much so like an I'll take care of it person, and whether that means like emotionally and like physically they're taking care of stuff for you, I feel like just anything that has to do with you, they want to take care of for you. And that's so fun. I love that so much. I think this person really adores you. I think that they think you're adorable, and they might pretend to be like really like hardened around you, or like buttoned up, or maybe they do that to other people and when you first met them, but I feel like they're just as like soft and squishy as you are, you know what I mean? Like they're just as like, they want to be cared for in the same way that you want to be cared for. And maybe that's not something that a lot of people know about them because they don't like to show that side off, but that's something that they experience with you. So we also have this Voices card here coming out. It says, with a tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Listen to the gentle flickering within your eyes, for this is where they guide. Take a drink of water really quick. We also have ancestors coming out. I forgot that I pulled this card actually when I was talking about the generational curses. They have a quivering so deep only roots of your soil can lift the nakedness hidden within the vows made in silence. An ancient chill walking upon the spine. Interesting. And we have the underworld here. Hand over your known, a shift is near. Take a leap, your journey is clear. I keep messing up the words because it's like 2 a.m. But with this ancestors card here coming out too, like that definitely confirms to me what I needed to know about the generational patterns here. I feel like this connection in particular was very divinely guided by your ancestors. I feel like you definitely have at least one, but I'm getting the sense of 3, honestly, of 3 prominent ancestors on your spiritual team, kind of guiding you towards healing the wounds of the family of the family. And I feel like they're really giving you a push towards this connection and this person, because they're like, yes, this person. And like with the voices and the tug of the gut, I feel like you know this as well. Like you feel like you know that you're being led, if that makes sense. Like you're picking up on like signs and synchronicities, or maybe like specific things that this person does that you said like, oh, this is what my what my soulmate will do. Because I'm getting like heavy soulmate energy from this pile, and I really don't like throw that around like willy-nilly because I think that it's overused. But a soulmate can be anybody. It can be a friendship, it can be a relationship, it can be like a family connection, but I'm definitely getting like, regardless of what it is, like a soulmate energy where you can just like heal your inner child with this person. You can not even heal, you can be your inner child with this person and access it in a way that you didn't think you could before. And I feel like they feel the same way about you, and that's really nice. So it's just such like a warm and like fun energy. I love this for you, pile 3. With the voices though, like I said, I feel like you know that you're being led, and like you just feel connected to this person in a way that makes you feel so safe and so heard too. Like with the voices too, so heard. I'm gonna actually look up this one too. I like to read from the deck sometimes, like the book, because sometimes I miss things. And if I feel called to do so, I will, because I don't want there to be something in the book that I didn't necessarily like pick up on. So with voices, we have encouragement, we have inner knowing. Yes, beautiful. Talking about like your intuitive knowing. This card has come to you as a reminder to listen to the guidance offered by spirit through your environment. One of the best ways to connect is to go out in nature, ask a question to the wind, and listen for an answer. Perhaps a plant suddenly starts moving nearby, or something floats on the wind just in front of your face. These are all signs from spirit. So really beautiful. I love this. In particular, I feel like you're being encouraged here to communicate with your ancestors. They are here to help you. They want to help you. I just saw 10 on the camera too, and that's 10 is the completion number, so completion of a cycle in this case. I feel like your ancestors really want to help you here, and they're helping you the best that they can, but they want you to consciously ask them for your assistance or like their opinion, and you're being definitely encouraged to do so. So I would say to take the book suggestion and go out in nature and do that, and try to connect with your ancestors, especially if you're from a specific like cultural heritage that has certain like ancestral rituals, or I know like in some Eastern cultures where you honor the dead in a way like you have like them on an altar and stuff like that. So anything in that realm, of course, if it's from your culture, to connect with your ancestors was really being encouraged and highlighted here. And like with the underworld too, like hand over your known, a shift is near, take a leap, your journey is clear. I literally love that so much, because I heard this recently actually, and this is coming to mind. I don't know where I heard this from, but somebody was saying like interesting too, like with spirituality and like with certain spiritual awakenings we go through, like on our journey, you get really, really afraid to jump. You don't want to jump off the cliff into the unknown. You're terrified to do it, okay? You can't, you've held up all this anxiety and this fear and these limiting beliefs inside your head and these like previous patterns of like how things were and how your life should be, that you're so scared to just jump off the cliff. But when you jump, when you finally, you have no other choice, you've been pushed off this cliff and you finally are just like, whatever, and you jump, you fall to the ground and you realize that there was a mattress there all along to catch you. And I love that example. I love that analogy. I think it's so good because it's so true. It's times in my life where I've took like a divine leap of faith like that. It hasn't been immediately easy, but now I've been at this point in my journey too, and you might be as well. So I feel like inclined to share this with you, where sometimes things are hard and they're really hard and they're really hard, and the universe will push you until you have to jump, and then you jump and you land on that mattress down there, and then it's smooth sailing, literally smooth sailing for an extended period of time, and you're getting all these manifestations and these things that you've been working towards and trying to call in because you ended the last part of your life. And the universe rewards bravery. The universe likes the energy of bravery in whatever capacity that might be. So you're really being encouraged here to embrace that brave side of you and let go of things from the past, literally with your ancestors, and maybe let go of things from the past in your own life as well. So we also have, I went on such a rant there, sorry, but like I just felt so like inclined to like, this is a really interesting pile. I really like this, and I really like the ancestral energy coming through too. Your ancestors seem just so loving towards you, and they're like, oh, pile 3 is gonna be the one. She's gonna be the one to change the family lineage. So we have this awareness coming out here with crystal clear vision. We have increase your frequency, higher conscious awareness. Beautiful. So just lots of messages of a need for awareness here, or just making you aware of this awareness. I love this too. Look at this with this like angel, very nice. So I feel like now is a time for you again, like if there are past things that you've been holding on to in your own life, to kind of like let those go, whether that be people, places, things, habits within yourself, patterns, any of those. It's time for you to start kind of chipping away at that and increasing yourself to a higher plane of existence, and like just higher awareness for yourself and for your own life. And with this awareness too, with the crystal clear vision, I see this as being another confirmation of you know what to do. This is spirit saying, and your ancestors saying, you know what to do. You do. Even if you feel like you don't know what to do, you do know what to do. And the more that you increase your frequency, the more accurate that intuition is going to become, and the more you will trust that intuition, especially after you take that divine leap of faith. Because I feel like the leap of faith that you've been holding off on is one that you know that you want to make, but you've been scared to do so because it's scary to jump off a cliff into the unknown. So we're going to get some advice from the tarot, and then we'll close it off there. I really love your pile though, pile 3. You might actually be my fave today. Don't tell the other piles, but I just like, I like when I can feel such like a warm energy coming from someone, and that's the energy that I'm getting from you and just your relationship with this person in general. What else does pile 3 need to know, Spirit? Jeez, so many. We have disappointment coming out. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. I want to get a clarifier for that one before I move on. Can you clarify this disappointment for me, Spirit? Okay. So many cards fall out at once. Okay. Ooh, we have cruelty. Move this up a little bit. We have cruelty and the Ace of Wands, clarifying disappointment. So somebody in the past was definitely, or a situation in the past too. There was some situation, maybe not too long ago, or you haven't, it doesn't feel like that long ago to you, but there was a situation where you were just disappointed because there was a lot of cruelty shown to you and a lot of negativity in some area. I really feel like this is maybe like at a specific job you wanted, or if you wanted to go to a specific school, because I'm getting like the energy of like trying out for something, if that makes sense. Maybe it was like a group of friends that disappointed you, that were unnecessarily cruel to you, because I'm really not getting the energy of like a partnership or like a relationship. Honestly, it's more of like institutional or like a team, so like a group of people or an institution was needlessly cruel to you in a way, and this caused a lot of disappointment from you because you felt like this was what you wanted to do. And that would make a lot of sense too with that like leap of faith, like you got rejected from like what you thought was your dream job, and now the universe presenting you a new opportunity with this leap of faith, you being scared to do so because of this disappointment you got in the past. But I want you to know that that happened for a reason, and it led you to where you are now and where you're gonna be, and you're gonna look back in like a year and be like, wow, that's crazy. I can't believe I was scared, like ever afraid. And that being said, like it's okay to be afraid too, but just know like there are no mistakes, there are no coincidences. What other messages do we have? Ooh, okay. We have power coming out. We have the priestess coming out. And I'll get one more because this was all like about that situation. I get one more for pile 3, Spirit. Can I get one more for pile 3? Ooh, okay. We have the Princess of Pentacles. Beautiful. So we have power coming out, we have the priestess, and we have Princess of Pentacles. Amazing, love it. So what I'm getting here is this is where we've come from, and this is where we're going. We're on the way here by taking that divine leap of faith. I've had a lot of messages of power in these piles today, but this is all about reclaiming your power and accessing that beautiful high priestess inside of you. I feel like you're someone who's very, very intuitive, pile 3, and this is only going to grow for you. I feel a very strong spiritual calling for you, whether you know what that is or not yet. And it's not all about the spiritual aspects of it too. We're living a human experience. So with the Princess of Pentacles, like you're also gonna have so much in the physical world that you won't know how to act. Like maybe you've never had things like the beautiful things that you're gonna have access to in the future, but it's coming. And look at how like she just looks so like luxurious to me, and so like content too, and beautiful. Just like such an energy of, again, like with this abundance, just an energy of abundance in every area of your life, spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally. I feel like your health's really going to improve. That's a random message, but I feel like your health is going to improve a lot. Maybe you've been struggling a lot with your mental health and like depressive episodes, and this is something that's really going to clear up within this next cycle that's starting for you. And yeah, so I know we kind of got off the rails there with like messages about like you and like your spiritual journey, but I just kind of let spirit take me where spirit's going to take me sometimes. Yes, you can trust this person. Yes, this relationship is being orchestrated by the universe, one, but also your ancestors are really pushing for this. So definitely make sure you kind of try and reach out to your ancestors soon and let me know how that goes if you do that. And if this resonated, please do leave me a comment and let me know. It helps me improve and get more experience with my videos. If you do like my vibe, please stick around and subscribe. I've been trying to take YouTube more seriously and post more consistently. Regardless though, have a beautiful and blessed week, and I will see you soon. Bye.